Hey, welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday morning. Get some people in here and get going. Get going. We got a lot going on today, boy. I got some post-its. I got some shit that I'm looking at right away. I can't wait till T Rich gets in here because I found the tight end for the week. I'm looking at Austin Hooper right now. We got a lot of shit. We got some good games today. Good games. Buffalo, Tampa Bay is a great one. I like how Buffalo is. They just had to go against the Patriots. Now they go against the Bucks. Do you think the Bucks will take a page out of the Patriots, knowing that they could run on them? Hey, T. Rich. I wonder if playoff Lenny and Ronald Jones are going to run like 30 times today because of the game film of last week. If Buffalo could stack 8 men in a box and you could still run on them, either New England's got the strongest backs in line in the world, or you can really run on Buffalo. But I have T Rich, I got the head scratcher of the whole season. What have I been saying on every video? Who's the team that's like 2-20 versus the spread in the past 2 years? The Chiefs. I don't know. I don't know why. Why are the Raiders a 10-point underdog? Yo, Dre. Yo, the Chiefs never cover. They're always behind. They make a miraculous comeback and they win by a little bit. And then every week they're like a fucking 40-point favorite. I'm looking at the line. Why are the Raiders a heavier underdog to the Chiefs than the Giants are to the Chargers? The Giants are like the worst team in the world. You got a backup quarterback with a stiff neck starting today. The Chargers are like pretty good. They're 9-point favorite over the Giants. Raiders, Chiefs. Derek Carr is second in the NFL in passing yards. They're a divisional game, and Kansas City's 9.5-point favorite. On principle alone, I have to bet the Raiders today plus the 9.5. I have to bet the Raiders on principle alone. That's numero uno. Raiders plus the 9.5. Oh, shit, man. Hey, T. Rich. Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper. I checked his catches. He's at 3.5. Austin Hooper's at 3.5 catches. I got that over already in. That's in the Cleveland-Baltimore game. What is it with the scheduling? It's an 18-week season with 17 games. They just expand it. Why do they make teams play back-to-back weeks? Baltimore and Cleveland just played 2 weeks ago. Now they're playing today. Lamar Jackson's a little slump. I'm expecting a heavy dose of Chubb and Hunt and ending Patty's season. I'm going to end his fucking season today with Chubb and Hunt running the rock all over him. Bye-bye, Patty. I'm gonna be waving at you like Lillard after he hits a buzzer beater. Bye-bye. I'm about to end your season. Let me bust his chops. I gotta talk to him. I gotta tell him I'm about to end the season. Oh, goodness. I can't wait to get some people in here to talk about the start sits. We got a lot of stuff. I'm gonna tell them to jump in the room. I got some post-its right now of my favorite props. So before I start even answering questions, if people get in here, I'm gonna answer my props. Texting some of the fellas. Yeah, we're going in for the next couple hours. We're gonna go in for the next few hours. Wait for a few people to get in here, and have some fun. People, they start flying in. Once they start flying in, those questions come. I gotta be super attentive to the board. So I'm just typing a couple messages out right now. Dre, stop calling me. Not yet. Actually, let me put him on. He could be a call in before too many people come in the room. All right, let me call Dre back. Breaking my chops already. Hey, Dre. Dre.
Yo.
All right, you're on TV, Dre. Don't say anything crazy. I'm live streaming. I'm waiting for people to come in, so I got you at you're calling right now.
Yeah, good. I was trying to call to disrupt your texting over there with your spirit fingers.
Hey,
technical for me.
How do you did you see that Clifton video yesterday?
What do you mean? I'm the one who told you.
Yeah, it was crazy. I put it out. I decided to put it out. It was the right thing to do. All right, Dre, listen, I got people coming in the room. I'm going to go over I'm going to start going over my odds. You like the 49ers today? Yes or no?
Was the Pink Panther pink? Of course.
My friend's a 49er expert. You sure Dre's on record for the 49ers today?
Who they playing?
Oh, who they playing? Goodbye. If a guy asks you who they're playing, don't ever listen to what he says. All right. Hey, PD baby. Yeah, I can't believe Amanda Nunes got beat. Oh, I didn't have it. I didn't see the fights, but I can't believe Nunes got beat. Oh my God. What every time there's a big UFC, a super dog wins. I'm just gonna bet the whole board of dogs, like every card. There's always a plus 500. This one was a plus 900. Oh, holy shit. That was crazy. Hey, I got some Post-its, guys, real quick before the people come in and ask me. I'm going to tell you who I like a little bit. Listen, Cleveland, Baltimore, Hunt and Chubb are back. Baker, as much as they say he's okay, he's battling through injuries. Kareem Hunt, total yards, rushing and receiving, 51.5. I believe Kareem Hunt is going to go over that 51.5 today, rushing and receiving. Take a deep look at Kareem Hunt. Nick Chubb total is 84, but he just really runs, so you could take his rushing. But I like Austin Hooper in that same game, over 3.5 catches. The Raiders plus 10 is crazy to me. Tonight, Aaron Rodgers over under passing yards, 257. He does own the Bears. We know that. I like Rodgers to go over the 257 tonight. Lamar Jackson rushing yards. Lamar's in a slump. Look for Lamar to use his legs because he's in a little bit of a slump. So he's at 62.5 rushing yards. I feel like that whole game is going to be played in between the tackles with play and then with play actions. That whole Baltimore game is going to be Chubb, Hunt, Lamar, Freeman, Murray, Hooper, Andrews. That whole game is going to be in the tackles. That's why I like those guys in that game. Cam Newton today is 33.5 rushing yards. Hey, I got a tight end who's very low. Very low. Kyle Pitts, super high ceiling. Super high ceiling. Guess what his over-under is today? 45.5. That's low. That's low. I'm going to take a shot on Kyle Pitts over. One catch, he could get 45.5. That's an insult to what they think the Falcons are right now. But didn't they just play the Bucks? What do they think? Everybody's the Bucks? Who the Falcons playing today? The Panthers. Another good D. But I gotta go. If Kyle Pitts doesn't go over 45 yards today, that means he got hurt. I love Kyle Pitts over 45.5. Eckler over 105.5 rushing and receiving. I like that. Guys, all purpose. That's why when I tell people, when they look at Eckler, Aaron Jones, Kamara, don't get suckered into those huge odds where you take one of them to go over 100 yards rushing or over 100 yards receiving. You got to be able to identify the all-purpose backs. Eckler, 105.5 rushing and receiving is beautiful. He could catch a couple and go for 40. So I like that a lot. And that's what I do with Aaron Jones when he's healthy. I'm reserving betting on Aaron Jones today because I didn't see him. And maybe they're going to take it light on him since Dylan showed he could keep some of the load, keep Aaron Jones healthy. Zeke or Gibson, man, you know what? That's a great game. This is one of my collapse games. I predicted a huge collapse. Either Dallas or the Cardinals are going to collapse. They got a 2-game lead, and they're playing the team right below them. Antonio Gibson, I think McKissick is out. Is J.D. McKissick out? And then I'll answer your question. Pollard's got the plantar fascia. He's going to try to give it a go, but Zeke hasn't. Zeke is good. He's going to rack up yards. I want to see what J.D. McKissick's status is. McKissick questionable. Nobody's got more yards than Gibson though. You know what? I wouldn't go on Zeke's reputation. I would go with Gibson, the NFC's leading rusher. The only guy who's got more running yards than Gibson is Jonathan Taylor. So I would say go with Gibson because you gotta go with the guys that produce. Like Emmanuel Sanders did good in the first month of the season, but I didn't stick with him because he's not doing it anymore. And in the midst of the season, I found Renfro and Ruggs went south, and Waller got hurt, and now Renfro is like another Cooper Kupp, and I got them both. Hey, Eric, let me see. Got to win. Starting Diggs, Hill, Saquon, and Najee. Who do I flex out of CEH, DJ, Amari, and Michelle? How many flexes do you have? One or two? Shit. DJ Moore? Or is that DJ Moore you're saying? Or Johnson? Amari, Michelle. I know Henderson's out, but that doesn't make the Rams a running team. I would throw Michelle out because you don't know what you're going to get. Let's go by process of elimination. Amari Cooper, his ceiling is high because Dallas is a tough team with a potent offense. Which DJ? Right now, it's Amari Cooper in the flex. If you got one flex, I'd go with Amari Cooper because he's got the highest ceiling. You never know what the Chiefs are going to do with the run game. You never know. They screw you up. But you know that Dallas has a prolific offense, so I would start Amari in the flex. Yeah, absolutely. And then what else do we have here that I was looking at before? There's so much going on in fantasy. I have a whole team. I'm waiting for Antonio Brown to come back. I just had such a nice surprise with Pollard, and now he's got a torn plantar fascia. Start 2, OBJ, Sutton, Marvin, or Westbrook. Okay. I've been looking at Westbrook, Akeen, however you say his name. Here's the thing. I know he had one big game and then a little bit less. OBJ is on the Rams. Who's throwing to him? Stafford. You got Kupp. They can't double OBJ. Can't do that. Sutton. They're playing a shit team. Detroit. Marvin and Urban Meyer just got into a fight. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know how Tennessee's going to look. Julio is activated again today. I'd start Beckham because the ceiling is high. You got a prolific offense. So if they're making any progress with him, he's already produced a little bit. So I would start Beckham, even though I don't love him. And that's tough. I'd go with if A.J. Brown is still out, I'd go with the kid for Tennessee. I'm not big on Denver's receivers this year. Cortland Sutton. I have Jerry Judy in one of my leagues. Like, Jerry Judy is the most overdue receiver ever. He gets my Jarvis Landry award of this year. He reminds me of Jarvis Landry 5 years ago. Like, he had the name, it's Jarvis Landry. And you look at your fantasy team and he's got an 8, a 9, no ceiling. The Denver receivers, I mean, I don't know about the ceiling. Julio's back or Judy. You read my mind. You know what? If Julio's back, that's tough. I'd go. I don't trust Judy yet. I have Judy on my own fantasy team. I'm starting Christian Kirk and Emmanuel Sanders because I got to buy anyway. So I'm like, fuck Judy right now. I'm like, he's got to show me that my next game is in week 16. Jerry Judy is trying out for me today. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Judy is trying out for me. Guys, like and subscribe. Share this. Always join the team. We do all different things. Make sure you if you like the channel and you're into sports like I am, make sure you like and subscribe and join the crew. Everybody's welcome. Jerry Judy has not earned it for me yet. I have a bot. This is the last week of the fantasy season. Next week, I sit back and watch. I'm going to be watching Jerry Judy this week and next week, and then I'll know if I'm starting him in my semifinal week 16. Right now, I'm shaky on Judy. I would probably start Julio. Smoking Joe. How are you? Dontrell Hillard, Foreman, or Williams? Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. You mean Freeman? I think you mean Freeman. Um, Williams is the running back for the Chiefs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is back. Oh, I'm not feeling any of them. You need to go on your waiver wire, man. If that's Freeman, if you mean Freeman, I would go with Devontae Freeman because he's Lamar Jackson and Baltimore's #1 running back right now, and he's shown a little bit of that juice he had with the Falcons a couple years ago. He's like a little bit resurgence in Baltimore, and that's going to be a tough running game. And with Lamar Jackson being a threat, you can never be sure if the running back has it. Go with Freeman for sure. He's going to get his. Whether he makes the most out of it, we don't know, but he's going to get opportunities. So, and then I would, you roll the dice with the other two. It's probably a coin flip. Waivers empty. You know what? I would not. Okay, process of elimination. Then I wouldn't go with Williams because Clyde Edwards-Helaire is back. So go with Hillard. All right. Good luck to you. Hey, Mike, how are you? PPR, Flex, Guyton, Hasty, David Johnson, I hate saying his name, and Jefferson. Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. Wow, you must have that must be a 12-man league. I like Guyton. I like Guyton right now. So I would go with Guyton. They're showing me something. I would go with Guyton, and ooh, that's tough. Man. Oh, I don't know, man. I would probably Johnson because he's going to get the bulk of the carries. I think Johnson's going to get a heavy workload. His projections are high. Every expert on the board, even on DraftKings. See, I like to follow the sports book and my fantasy at the same time because nobody's more experts than the people who make the odds in Las Vegas. So even though I check out what they say on fantasy, I always check what the over-unders are on my DraftKings and on the other stuff because it gives me a better shot. So you go with the Texan because they haven't projected a little higher. Foreman, and you have every Tennessee running back. Man, I'll tell you what, it's like that's blind. I would be lying to you if you just have every Tennessee running back. Go with the one that's the most projected because there's no way to know who's going to do what there. I had one of them a few weeks ago, but my team is loaded and I let him go. Your team must be in trouble. Your team must be in trouble if you're going with a Tennessee running back. But good luck. Good luck. I like the name Smoking Joe, so I'm rooting for you, Joe Frazier. Hey, Leo. You know what? Debo's back. San Francisco 49ers, Brandon Ayuk or Julio Jones. Ayuk has that P word, potential, but he's disappeared. He's been in the witness protection program a few times this year. It scares me. Julio Jones always gets dinged up, but I'm thinking if it's his first game back in a while, he's probably never been healthier. So I would go with Julio Jones out of my common sense. And we know the talent he is. As long as he doesn't get dinged up, stub his toe, Julio, I used to call him. Julio Jones was questionable for like 5 years straight before he was even on waiver like injury reports. He was always questionable. And then he'd have like 180 yards receiving. So if he's back, this is the story of Julio Jones' career. I've learned over the years, if he's going, start him. They could be like, Julio Jones has one leg, a hamstring ripped off his bone, but he's questionable today. He's going to give it a go. Start him. All right? Start Julio. Oh, Smoking Joe. Yeah, I know. You know what, Smoking Joe? I had Derrick Henry on DraftKings to be the MVP of the league. It was plus $4,000. $100 would have paid out $4,000 2 days before he got hurt. I thought the way he was running, and he got to 2,000 yards, that they might, and Tennessee was rolling, #1 seed, that he could get the MVP because he ran for 2,000 last year, and you wouldn't snub him twice. So I thought that was such a live shot for MVP. And then he got hurt the next week. But I thought Derrick Henry was the MVP of the season when he went down. And $100 paid $4,000 on DraftKings. Guys, if anybody who wasn't in the room, I need to tell you this. The Chiefs are like 2-20 with the spreads the last like 2 years. I have no idea why the Raiders would be a bigger underdog to the Chiefs than the Giants are to the Chargers. The Raiders are getting like 10 points today. Raiders, absolutely the 10. The Chiefs don't cover ever. So that's just take the 10. Pollard is out for today. Pollard is out. So we got injury reports. Those of you who have Zeke, it can't be a bad play. Tony Pollard is out. So daily leagues, if Zeke is going to be a horse today. It's a divisional game. Washington is 2 games behind Dallas, and they're playing each other. If Dallas loses today, it goes down to 1. The pressure gets tight. Then they're going to shrivel and fold. If Washington ever wins today, they'll win the division. I went on DraftKings and I checked Washington to win the division, because if they win today, the odds will go down by 75%. So I checked it this morning. They were plus 650. So I put a couple of dollars on Washington to win the division. Same thing with the Rams. The Rams are plus 800. The Rams are 8 points. The Rams are 2 games behind the Cardinals, but they're playing each other directly tomorrow night. So if the Rams could beat the Cardinals, they're 1 game back. They're plus 800. I don't know why they think it's so crazy for a team to collapse. There's 5 games left. They're 2 games back, but they're playing each other. I think Washington's going to win today. I just have a feeling that Washington is going to outplay them. Taylor Heineke gets no respect. He's like the Rodney Dangerfield of quarterbacks. He's pretty good. 17 is my man, McLaurin. He's good. I have a funny feeling I wouldn't bet Dallas today. I would not put Dallas in your teasers and your parlays. I wouldn't mess with Dallas today. I actually like Washington. And I have a little parlay from the other night too. So PR, Debo, Hopkins, Higgins. Oh, that's my favorite question of the morning so far. Now you got my juices going. I love T. Higgins. On all my shows all year, I was saying in August that he reminds me of Terrell Owens. That eyeball test, I sat up in my chair a couple times last year, and I said, who is that guy? T. Higgins is just ascending. You start T. Higgins. Now, Hopkins and Murray are going tomorrow night. Arizona, LA, warm weather. If they're healthy, Hopkins. Debo's was questionable. He's back. But you don't know how. I think Hopkins last week, Hopkins only got 2 targets. It seemed like he played a lot because he scored that touchdown. He caught a touchdown. They rested Hopkins last week. I would go with Hopkins and T. Higgins strong. I think that's really strong. And because you don't know, Debo's a little banged up right now. He's got to get better. Hey, Stephen C., you have Swift out, right, and Taylor on a bye. How's the best bet, Jefferson on Detroit or Walter on the Jets? Ooh, you know what? Detroit's got a little something going. Detroit, they got a lot of fight in them. They have, they got to win. I would probably go with Walter. On the strength of Detroit playing hard and going in the right direction. I would probably go with Walter there. Westbrook. What do I think of Westbrook? Akine, is that how I say his name? Is floor ceiling as a number 1 option. Well, now that we know that he can. We know that he can be a part of a game plan and produce, because he had that big week a few weeks ago, 7, 8 catches, 100-something yards. So we know he's capable. Now, they're going to pay more attention to Julio Jones. So is he capable of a high ceiling? Sure he is. He's shown that he's not just a possession guy. You don't get 7 and $120 or whatever it was on the top of my mind if you're Jarvis Landry type of dude or Jacoby Myers. He's got talent. So he does have a high ceiling. I wouldn't be afraid to start him. I would, like, if you need to get in and you got like possession receivers and Westbrook I would start him for sure. Yeah, I would take a shot on him. You got to roll the dice sometimes, especially this is the last week in fantasy. Last week, a lot of guys need to get in. My leagues are crazy. In my league, I'm 9-4, and then 2 through 8 are all fighting for this. They're all a game apart. There's 7-6 or 6-7. So 8 or 7 could be 2 by tomorrow night. 2 could be out of the playoffs. Or it's crazy. It's crazy. These are the best races I've ever seen. I like the extra game. I like how the NFL expanded. I think the whole thing is good. I think baseball needs to come down. Like, you see how everybody adjusts? I like how the NFL went an extra game, 14 fantasy weeks. I think it's pretty cool. I'd be concerned a little bit about Dak Prescott struggling, the Cowboys, Tony Pollard out today, foot. Why can't Washington win today? Why can't Washington? Steven C. Renfro, who I love. Gallup or Landry in the last flex spot. Okay. Well, we know the most targets are probably going to go to Hunter Renfro. They're playing Kansas City. Some reason they're a huge underdog and left for dead. And Gallup, we know that all Dallas's receivers are back. Forget Landry. The guy's been putting up mediocre numbers for years. I don't know how he still has a name. It's like, oh, it's Jarvis Landry. Forget him. Forget him. Look at his point production in fantasy. His ceiling is for little people. You got to duck when you go into Jarvis Landry's fantasy house. That's where his ceiling's at. Hunter Renfro. Let me go over Hunter Renfro. I got him on my team, so I'm going to give you something real quick, a little jewel for you. You don't go away from this trend when you got Hunter Renfro. Anybody who's got Hunter Renfro, right? Ready for this? I'm going to go from last week backwards. Hit Hunter Renfro's targets, okay? 10 targets, 9 catches. 9 targets, 8 catches. 4 for 4. 9 targets, 7 catches. 9 targets, 7 catches. 8 targets, 7 catches. Since week 7, from week 7 to week 13, Hunter Renfro, every game has had 8, 9, 9, 4, 9, and 10 targets. He's caught multiple balls. He's caught 7 balls or more 5 times. Ruggs is gone. Waller is hurt. Renfro is a fantasy steal. Renfro is a gem. If you happen to pick up Renfro on a waiver wire a month ago, hoping, because that's what you do on the waiver wire. You grab a guy, and if it happens like you think it might, and you hit on it, and you keep him, you got a homer. Like Madison, whenever Cook goes down. Like Herbert, whenever Montgomery's down. You see these guys that have talent, if you could spot the talent. Renfro is a hell of a player. Now they have no one else. This guy's doing everything. So you go with Renfro. PPR, playing Diggs, Godwin as wide receiver, Kupp and flex. I like that. Diggs, Godwin, and Kupp is strong. I got Cooper Kupp on my fantasy team. I love Cooper Kupp right now. Best receiver in the league. Kittle or Gronk. Oh, man. You know what? Kittle and Gronk both have shown me things in the past week or two that look like the time machine. Joseph Vincent YouTube videos. Shout out to Joseph Vincent. They look like the highlight videos I've seen. Kittle looked like the Joker again, running violently after a catch, yards after catch, and Gronk looked good too. Brady's going to be throwing the ball all over the place. Kittle, I don't know, but I know Gronk and Brady. So, oh man, I'd probably go with Gronk while he's healthy. I'd go with Gronk today. If you need a win in your fantasy matchup today, I'd probably ride with Gronk. So, being honest, he looked good last week, and they left him a long time out. They're smart. I'm starting him over Chase. Who are you starting over Chase? TB, who are you starting over Chase? Over Chase? Jamar Chase? Oh, don't give up on Jamar Chase, T. I know he hasn't exploded, but it's Burrow, Higgins, Mixon is out today. I think Joe Mixon is out. You might want to put Jamar Chase in there. I wouldn't go with a no-name guy that had one good week over Jamar Chase. Easy, fella, easy. I would, if I had Jamar Chase, I'd probably roll the dice with him today if I needed to. I wouldn't bench him today. No way. No way. Foreman, is Mixon? I thought Mixon was out. They didn't scratch Mixon? I could have sworn I just saw Joe Mixon scratched. Let me check for you. If Mixon's playing, I don't like Foreman because these are guys that are very, very new. There's not a big body of work on them. You know what I'm saying? TB, you got to start Chase. You got to start Jamar Chase, please, for me. For me. I don't want to see you lose. TB. Chase. All right? Please. None of that Westbrook kind of shit over Jamar Chase. You got to start Chase. He's dropped balls. I know. He might not even be the best receiver on his team, but you got to start Chase. Foreman over Mixon. Let me look at. I'm pretty sure Mixon is out. I'm checking right now. Joe Mixon. If he's not out, you got to start him. He's playing. There's your answer. Let me tell you something. Joe Mixon passes my eyeball test as a football player. He's a good running back. He's not just fantasy. There's some guys I can give you that I can assure you 10 fantasy points. There's some guys that are good football players. Throw fantasy out. That they're Joe Mixon's a good running back. Start Joe Mixon. If he's playing, you got to start him. All right? Gronk. Yep, that's right. Yeah, you got to start Mixon then. If he's playing, you start him. Look at Dalvin Cook. Haven't we learned our lesson? When they ruled Dalvin Cook in the other night, I told all my friends, I said, you have to start him. You have to start him. Because the last time he was questionable and he had a shoulder brace on, he ran for $180. I'm not talking about this game. I'm talking about like a month ago. You have to remember, recall, data. I'm always going back and checking from different angles. So you got to remember that. Hey, what's up, T-Rich? How you been? I didn't even know you were gone. 10-4. 10-4. Nice. Nice. How the hell are you 10-4? It's only week 14. What are you giving yourself an extra win? I'm 9-4. Or you're going to be 10-4 after today. You're that confident. I like that. I like that, Adam. It's good stuff. I can't wait to see if my boy Captain Kirk comes back. I need to see a good game. I got a couple flex questions for my own fantasy team. You started Dalvin on Thursday? Good. You got to start them if they're playing. Real quick, going over my fantasy team that's still alive. Here's my team. Stafford, Chubb, and Hunt. I'm going with one team's backfield. Cup, Metcalf. So I got the Stafford Cup double binger. Pitts is my tight end. And this week, I got two flexes. This week, it's Renfro and Kirk. But on the bench, I'm waiting for AB. I got Pollard on the bench, which was a big blow to my team with the plantar fascia. And I got the check down gobbler, J.D. McKissick, if I ever need him. I hope I don't need him. But right now, I would like it to be Renfro and AB. I would like it to be Renfro and AB, but I just don't know. What would you do if you're me? Whoever's in the room right now, what would you do if you're me? I have a question for you, okay? And please answer me this question. If you were me and you had Renfro, Christian Kirk, Pollard, two flex spots, and Antonio Brown, and would you trust? I don't have a game next week. I got a bye already. Antonio Brown comes back in week 16 when I start again in the semifinals. Do I start him? That's a mind fuck, man. That's a mind fuck of the highest magnitude. I love Antonio Brown, and when he's so talented, and he's never going to be healthier. Do I start Antonio week 16 or go like Renfro Kirk and be safer? I don't know. Let's see. Let's get back to business, Nick. What's up, Nick? MVS or Jalen Guyton? Oh, man. What the fuck? MVS, motor vehicle? You got my brain fogged here. Who am I missing here? Marquise Valdez Scantling. All right. I'm sorry. It's been a long morning. You know what? What does Aaron Rodgers do? He still owns the Bears. So I would probably go with Aaron Rodgers throwing for 1,000,000 fucking yards today, and I would take a shot on Valdez Scantling. Yeah, I would at least. Hey, Kai, Darrell Williams or Hillard? Oh man, well Hillard is the number one today, I believe, and we know Tennessee pounds the rock. CEH is back, and Kansas City, you don't know what they're going to do from week to week running anyway. So Hillard, it's a no-brainer. Whether it works or not, definitely Hillard gives you the better chance. I see more carries, I see more opportunities, and probably Hillard. So Tommy Brady, the greatest living American, right? The MVP this season, if it ended today. Tom Brady, is this guy going to be the MVP at 44? And if he was, is that the oldest ever? Then you got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is playing great. Let's see. Buffalo, good defense. And then Rodgers is playing the Bears. In the elements, though, because whether it's in Chicago or Wisconsin, it's going to be fucking cold. So that's tough. You know what? Let's see where Tommy Boy's playing. Where's Tommy playing? Home? Tommy Boy, where are you? Is Brady at Buffalo? Buffalo, cold. Let's see. I'll tell you in 1 second. I need to know where the game is. Geography's big in December. Geography is big. Tampa Bay. Ooh, the game's in Florida. Ooh, it's warm in Florida. That's where senior citizens go to stay loose. Yeah, you know what? You got to go with Tommy. Tommy Tampa. Tommy fucking Tampa. Tommy Tampa. Definitely, because he's in warm weather and they're both a coin flip. So take Tommy in the warm weather. Let's see. Oh, goodness gracious. Freeman over Hillard. Now that's tough. That's tough, Nate. Freeman, we know, is Baltimore's number one back. We know that. And we know he's shown a little bit of that Atlanta Falcon juice when it was Freeman and Coleman. So what the Hillard, I wanted to keep Hillard. I had Hillard in my other league. I had him on my bench, and I wanted to hold on to him, but I didn't have the league wrapped up as early as I had it in the other one. But I let him go. But I like Hillard. That's tough. I would go with Freeman, though. I feel like that Baltimore-Cleveland game is going to be played like 1997 high school football. In between the tackles, run, play action, tight ends, like slant court. Like it's gonna be a tough game. They're gonna give a heavy dose of Freeman. I'd go with Freeman. I would go with Freeman. Dre, what's so funny, Dre? What am I at? What do I amuse you? Here we go. Pick my flex in PPR league. Sure. Jerry Judy. Okay. I was just speaking about him. I want to tell you something about Judy. Sterling Shepard. Okay. Jerry Judy is. Excuse my language. He's fucking due. Jerry Judy is so due for like 140-yard game that it's not even funny. He hasn't exploded yet this year. If Jerry Judy doesn't drop a good game, he's so due. He's so good. And he's playing the Lions. I would have to say Judy. You get one flex. Okay, Judy's a strong candidate. Sterling Shepard is made of glass. Hey, Sterling, I just blew on you. You're hurt. You blow on him, he gets hurt. One fucking fall, he could be out. Don't trust Sterling Shepard. Forget him. Williams, no, because the other running back for the Chiefs is back. Robinson plays on a bad team. Go for Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy for sure. Tim Patrick or Cole Beasley. Well, the game is in Tampa Bay, but Patrick is playing the Lions, and I like Tim Patrick. And I like Teddy B throwing maybe a couple touchdowns today. And Cole Beasley, people don't know this. He's very, very dinged up. He's at the end of his career. I'd be surprised if Beasley plays in the NFL next year. A lot of people don't know that. He's been hobbling and playing through things that he doesn't even speak about for 2 seasons now. It started last year. Beasley's ceiling is very low. I think Tim Patrick has the higher ceiling. Therefore, I would go with Tim Patrick. Got a better shot of finding the end zone, too. I would go with Patrick today, Maria. Tim Patrick. Beasley's hurt. He's banged up. And it's going to be a tough game out there against Tampa Bay. That defense is humming. Zach Ertz or Higbee. Oh, that's good. That is good. You know what? Jeez. Well, Ertz actually plays tomorrow because he's with Arizona. So they're both playing tomorrow. Ertz is Higbee with the Rams. They're both playing tomorrow. So Ertz is the better football player. I would go with Zach Ertz. You got so many weapons out there in Arizona. I could see Ertz being a big part of the game script. We know Stafford loves Cooper Kupp. We know the running back is out. It's going to be tough. They're undermanned. Hey, Hank, how are you? Half a point PPR. Shepard is made of glass. I don't trust him anymore. Jameer Jackson, not a big body of work. Chase Edmonds, Monday toss-up, or Crowder. That's tough. The only thing with Shepard is he's got probably the highest upside out of all of them. So if you need a win, Shepard's probably got the highest ceiling, and you got to pray he doesn't get hurt. If Shepard could stay on the field all game, he'll have the biggest game. If Shepard stays on the field, availability is a skill, though, too. You got to take that into account. Last week, a couple weeks ago, I loved the Washington tight end Logan Thomas coming back. I bet he's over. I hit it everything, and then he hurt his knee at the end of the game. So that was the end of him. Russell Gage or Westbrook Akeen, tomato. You know what? Ridley's gone. I looked at DraftKings this morning. They have Kyle Pitts at 45.5 yards. And they have Ryan at like 260. Who the fuck do they have catching all the other yards? So I would say Gage, just on the detective work I did on DraftKings. I looked at Westbrook Akeen's receptions, projections, and yards, and Gage's was higher, and they had Pitts really low. So I think they're expecting them to use Gage as the number one receiver all day, Patterson all over, and Pitts. And my sleeper of the day is don't give up on Pitts when he's going to have it maybe his biggest day as a pro ever. Kyle Pitts' talent is there. He hasn't caught a full rhythm because he doesn't know the NFL yet. He's just getting there. He's just missed on a few. Just missed on huge days. Huge days. Guys, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Join the channel. We're always growing it. We're always doing this. We're breaking everything down. And I always break things down from all the angles, from the prop bets to the fantasy to everything. We're always breaking shit down from every angle to give us the best chance to win. That's why with Dallas's injuries and Washington taking 4 points, keep an eye on Washington today. Keep an eye on Washington. Winning, you're in the playoffs, Hank. Hank, you're going to get in. Oh, okay, winning in. You got to go with the high ceiling. You got to go with the high ceiling. Shoot for the stars, Hank. Shoot for the fucking stars, kid. Jackson, where's the ceiling? Edmonds, where's the ceiling? We don't know. Even though it could be high because he plays for Arizona. Crowder. Now you gotta go with Shepard because the Giants, everybody's hurt. Galladay's hurt. Ingram, you don't know. Shepard's the best chance you got. You gotta go with it. Good luck to you. Good luck, Hank. Get in there. Hope you get in the playoffs. I'm knocked out one of my leagues already, and the other two I'm in, so I'm happy about that. Oh man. Tim Patrick. Yep, I got my eye on him too. I just want to see my team do good. I basically have 2 weeks now of tryouts. My first game The next game I play in both leagues is the game before the Super Bowl. I'm already in the semis. Let me tell you a little something about myself. I might be the biggest sports junkie, ex-athlete, coach, current trainer, journalist. I eat, sleep, live sports. I had a ball in my hand before I could walk. I've never won a fantasy football Super Bowl. I lost in the Super Bowl. I've gone 13-0. I've had Adrian Peterson when he was the best running back in the league, and CJ 2K that year. I drafted Chris Johnson on the comeback. 13-0, got semis. Just had an unlucky week. You got to have a little luck in fantasy. Always remember that. Don't beat yourself up and look too hard at last week. You got to be able to spot talent and real players and know a little bit about game plans, game script. That's how you really find the ceiling. That's how you really find team ceiling. There's a lot of I don't know why Kareem Hunt is only at 2.5 catches. That's a mystery to me. Why is Kareem Hunt only 2.5 catches? I think we're gonna go over that. Like and subscribe, guys. Neighborhood picks. We're gonna smash Kareem Hunt over 51 yards today. 51 is very low. We're gonna smash that shit. Then we're gonna smash Austin Hooper over 3.5. Then we're gonna smash the Raiders because the Chiefs. Hey, odds makers, Las Vegas, MGM. I'm talking to you. The Chiefs, 2-20. The last 22 games with the spread, and you make them a 10-point favorite in a divisional game. The fucking balls on you. If anybody lays, I don't care if you don't bet it, but if anybody lays the 10 points with the Chiefs today, I will fucking personally block you. The Chiefs don't cover. If you don't take the Raiders with the 10 today, then you haven't been paying attention. Because even if you lose, it wasn't a dumb bet. That's a smart bet. Listen, been around for a long time. The fucking Chiefs don't cover. That's it. That's all I could say about that. I wonder if playoff Lenny's going to get a big dose today and Ronald Jones an added dose. Nobody's asked me one Ronald Jones question. Here's why I ask of this. Ronald Jones. Now, what was the blueprint on beating Buffalo last week? Running the rock, right? Okay. You think Tampa Bay is going to waste Leonard Fournette today and give him 30 carries? Tampa Bay plays chess. Other teams play checkers. Now, they might want to run the ball all fucking down Buffalo's throat. You think they're going to run Lenny Fournette, playoff Lenny, 3 weeks before the playoffs, a month before the playoffs? You think they're going to run him 30 times today? I would look for a sneak job. If you're fucked in one of your leagues or something, I wouldn't be surprised if Ronald Jones came in today and had an extended workload. I call shit like this all the time. I wouldn't be surprised. In my Nate Diaz voice. I'm not surprised. Hey, Karen. PPR. Dylan or CEH? Ooh. Well, Dylan proved that he is legit. He proved that he can handle the whole load without Aaron Jones. So that gives the Packers confidence. CEH is needed to win today. If the Chiefs are going to be any type of team, they're going to have to pound the rock. And Aaron Jones is back. So that's tough. That's a coin flip. I would probably go with CEH because if Aaron Jones is back, they tend to give these number one guys all their reps back. And I didn't see Dylan getting that many reps when Jones was active ever before, really. Like Pollard and Zeke or Chubb and Hunt. Dylan's been more down when Aaron's playing. So if they give him a full load, you got to go CEH. Scotty, I'm sorry. I skipped you. Sorry, my bad, bro. Flex, Penny or Ayuk? Oh, 0.5 point PPR. Penny, you got Collins, you got Peterson. That clusterfuck doesn't make me confident at all. I would take Ayuk because the Niners, at least you know what's happening. Their running back is out. Elijah Mitchell's out. You got Debo, Ayuk, Kittle. That's it. So I would go with Ayuk for sure. I would go with Ayuk. Like and subscribe, guys. Always going to be doing this. channel came out of necessity because this is what I'm doing on a Sunday morning anyway. I'm talking to my friends, hang up with one, talk to another, childhood friends, talking sports, talking fantasy, talking NFL, running across the street by my neighbor, going over the lines. So this is just what I do anyway. You know, I've been playing sports since I'm 5. I'm still coaching. I'm still training. You know, I've been around this so long that it's not work or anything. It's just so much fun that I just want to make something more of it and have you guys join me and the more I can help and put a positive vibe out and have some fun with you guys. Hopefully you enjoy it and we can have great Sundays all the time and learn some stuff. Godwin's going to be strong today. Godwin, as long as Antonio Brown is not around, Godwin is going to be strong. David Johnson has been put on the COVID list. So anybody who asked me about David Johnson before, he's on the COVID list. We got injury updates all the time on Neighborhood Picks. Like and subscribe. You don't want to go David Johnson now. He's just been ruled out. Brian, what's up, Brian? Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, D. Hopkins, Hunter Renfro, pick 3. Are you 13-0? That's a hell of a fucking receiving core. First of all, bowing down to you, Brian. That's a fucking super receiving core. Unless you're doing a daily. If that's your team, you must be in the playoffs right now already. So I'm going to tell you one thing. Jamar, keeper league? Oh, cool. I love me some T. Higgins. Listen, I had a couple sit up in my chair moments that I don't have only but once every couple years. I had one with T. Higgins last year. Now, this year, he's reinforcing it. I love T. Higgins. I would never go against T. Higgins right now. So I would say T. Higgins, D-Hop, when you can call yourself the best receiver in the NFL, when you are the best, when you have fucking Spider-Man hands, I've seen enough from D-Hop over the years. When D-Hop is playing, and he only got 2 targets last week. It makes it seem like more because he caught a touchdown, but he was on a nice limited pitch count. He's healthy. So you got to start Higgins, Hopkins. I got a feeling Renfro could get shut down tonight. Why? Who the fuck else is going to go out for a pass? Renfro's been getting 25 fucking targets a week. This could be Spagnuolo saying we're going to take him out of the game. Waller's out. Ruggs is out. They might bracket him. I'd be careful with Renfro tonight. I love Renfro. He's on my team. I hope he produces in week 16 or week 17 if I need him. But I would stay with Hopkins, Higgins, and Jamar Chase today. Jamar Chase is due for a little bounce back game too. And he's a damn good player. Scotty baby, AP is out. Okay, only read question Penny over Ayuk. All right. But Scotty, AP, I know Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's crazy. He's a guy that he's like me. He always sees the glass half full. He brought Adrian in, got him 10, 12 carries, take the load off Collins, who's getting better. Collins is the horse. My eyeballs tell me Collins is actually the better running back, so still stay with Ayuk. Xavier, what's up, buddy? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Need to start 2 of these backs. Ty Johnson, okay. Alex Collins, rough, hard runner. I'm talking football now. I'll get to fantasy in a second. Austin Walter, Godwin. Okay, you got to start 2. It's easy. Okay, you got to start Godwin because without Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Godwin, Gronk, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful, beautiful offense. Godwin is dangerous. That's your highest ceiling. And then you start Alex Collins because he's the number 1 back. Seattle's going to run the ball down their throat. And Collins got a little rest, and he runs violent and vicious. So I would start Collins because I'm a Collins fan. When Collins was on Baltimore last year, I was like, who is that guy? I saw him running last year. So I like Collins. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you. I appreciate that. We do this all the time. One thing about me is I really made this channel because my friends are like, Nude, you're fucking crazy. Why don't you do this? Because we'll be watching other guys, and it's like, cool, like, so it's all right. But, like, I naturally like to talk about this stuff. I'm a sports junkie. I'm a little bit of a character, but I know what I'm talking about. So it makes for a fun time. And I'm always in a good upbeat spirit. So I don't see why, we don't just grow the community and just blow the shit up. And I'm having a good fantasy year. Maybe this will be my good karma for all this goodwill I'm putting in. Maybe this will be the first time I ever win a fantasy Super Bowl. NBA, I got championships. I got a fucking trophy case like the Lakers. I got so many Yahoo championships. Football, 13-0, this, that. Never can win the big one. Never can win the big one. I'm like the Buffalo Bills of the 90s in fantasy football. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, it hurts. Xavier, Burrow or Heineke? Oh, that's a great question. You got me going, Xavier, with that one, because Joe Burrow is so fucking cool and poised and beyond his years. You could see that he has a good feel for the game. I played quarterback myself. I saw him do subtle things like roll out to the left in the pocket and the defensive lineman rush straight up field. And he just subtly stopped and stepped up where Carson Wentz might just keep fucking running right and get hit. Like just stop, like something Brady would do. A subtle move, a slide, boom, right to T. Higgins. He's good. On the other hand, Taylor Heineke is also good. And he gets no respect. I call him the Rodney Dangerfield of the NFL. If you're too young about to know who that is, that was a comedian, and his main line was, I got no respect. I got no respect. Taylor Heineke is like the Rodney Dangerfield of the NFL. He gets no respect. I like them both. Where are they playing? Now we got to go to the weather. When it's too close to call, we got to go to the weather. Geography is fucking big. Don't ever underestimate geography. When you guys are in week 16 and 17 of your championships, I don't care who your receiver is. If it's Odell fucking Beckham prancing in leotards looking like he's running a 4-2, if he's in a fucking 30-degree game with wind like that New England Buffalo game, he ain't catching shit. Watch out for those super cold games with your receivers. And then when you got running backs, I want Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. I got them on my fantasy team. I did a little down the road looking. Now that I clinched the division, I could get a little excited. I'm not getting too excited, but to my point, week 16, I want Chubb and Hunt at Green Bay. I want Chubb and Hunt at Green Bay for fantasy week 16. That's why I drafted them. That's why I'm going to win the fucking league. Then where are they week 17? At Pittsburgh. Windy, cold, blue collar. Hard game. Like and subscribe. Let's fuck this shit up. I want Chubb and Hunt in the Super Bowl week 17 at Pittsburgh. You know why? Because they're going to run the rock. It's going to be cold. It's going to be windy. You got Nick Chubb and Hunt. Where do you go? Aerial assault on the outsides? I don't think so. That's why I'm happy I got West Coast receivers. Give me a guy in Arizona. Give me a guy in Vegas. Give me a guy in anywhere on the West Coast. That's why I worry about Devontae. Devontae, I never had him on my fantasy team because I just got something like he could be the best, but then you catch him in a cold weather. I don't know, man, but Devontae's actually the exception. Devontae Adams, he could play in anything. And I actually lived through the Giants when Tom Coughlin's he had fucking icicles coming off his face, and Plaxico Burress schooled that Green Bay D-back. Guys, who was the defensive back for Green Bay on the Giants championship run in 2007 when Plaxico caught like 10 balls on him? It was -0. And I'm sure Plaxico would have had a big fantasy day that game. But usually you don't see big fantasy. Like and subscribe, guys. I'm going to wrap it up soon because I got to do my own thing. Hey, what's up? Wig Doctor. I like that. Up against my league number one. Don't worry about it. I'm my number one in 2 leagues. So you're talking to a number one. So we're on equal footing. All right. Don't worry about this guy. Let's get him. Help. Oh, I thought you said help. It said hey. Up against my league number one win, and I'm in. Okay. So need to do that PPR flex. Judy, Guyton, Cole, or Crowder. Okay. You have to go with Jerry Judy. Detroit is the opponent of Denver today. Jerry Judy's the number one. And he's a high ceiling guy that's due. If Jerry Judy doesn't come through today for you, it wasn't meant to be. So you got to start Jerry Judy. Got to start him. Then you go from there. You're in trouble, brother. Jerry Judy. I like Judy, but I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Guyton. I would go with Guyton. I'm not crazy about Cole or Crowder. I would take a shot on Guyton, but Jerry Judy's your only home run shot, I think. We'll see. Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? The wire's tough. I'm in a 12-man league, and the wire is thin. The wire is thin in a 12. Then I'm in a 10-man league where my commissioner, he's a clever guy. He gave us all one less roster spot. And the app that I play fantasy on is called Sleepers. And this is the first year we're doing it. It's the best app I've ever done. If you ever do fantasy next year, go on Sleepers. It blows everything out of the water. From the information you get to everything, it's awesome. I highly recommend the Sleepers app. Hey, what's up, Prowler91? Like and subscribe. Melvin Gordon or Rashad Penny? Well, I'm going to tell you. If Melvin Gordon is suited up today, I've seen many games this year with that super rookie that led North Carolina in Division I college last year. He led the nation in yards after being hit. Williams, Gordon, and Williams are the meat and potatoes of Denver. If Gordon plays, he's going to get carries. Watch this. I'm going to go in my sleepers league. This is why I love this league. You get everything so quick. Now, I got Gordon. Oh, no, I dropped Gordon, actually. His carries were like 20, 18. He gets carries. If Gordon's playing, he's going to get a lot of carries. And Penny, you don't know if he is. Collins is the number one, and it's not really, you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. Let Russ cook. All of a sudden, Russell Wilson used to be a balanced quarterback. Now he's scrambling all the time. They wonder why he gets hit because he's always fucking twirling, passing. We don't know what's going on with Seattle. I would go with Gordon for Denver. You know Denver pounds the rock. Nick Fangio, defense, run. That's like some old school coaches' formula. That's Denver's formula. Run, defense. They both had 100 going into last week. I looked up Gordon and Williams. They both had one of them had 118 carries. The other one had 127 carries. Gordon had 127 carries, and they both had like 500 and something yards. And I was saying to myself, oh, both backs could get 1,000 yards on Denver. That would be pretty cool. So that goes to show you, go with Gordon. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. I got shit in my head. I got shit on paper. I got shit on the computer. I'm like Rain Man when it comes to this stuff. And I enjoy it. So I don't mind answering the questions. Hey, what's up, Tyler? Like and subscribe, buddy. Have to sit one. Javonte Williams, David Montgomery. Don't you dare say David Montgomery. Don't say David Montgomery. That's a good back. Robinson, Saquon. You know what? You can't sit Saquon. How could you, I'm a Giant fan. He's broke my heart. He's pussyfooting in the hole, but he did have 2,000 all-purpose yards his rookie year. Maybe he's still getting better with the knee, healthier as time goes on. We just expect everybody to come back in 9 months and be Adrian Peterson from 2012. Maybe Saquon's getting stronger. So you got to start Saquon. You got to start Montgomery, Javonte Williams, or Robinson. You know what? I'd say Javonte Williams, start Robinson. I would say Javonte Williams on that one. Terrell, hey, what's going on, Terrell? Jameson Crowder, Ertz, or Russell Gage. Pick two. Oh, that's easy. That's easy. Ertz, because he's on a high flying offense with high horsepower. There's a lot of horsepower in Arizona. Ertz, the first game Ertz played in Arizona, he had his best game as a pro. He had his all-time best statistical game as his pro. Game number 1. So go with Ertz. And you got to go Russell Gage because he's the number 1 in Atlanta. And DraftKings, see, I take from fantasy. I take from DraftKings, like and subscribe. I take from my own brain. I take from my eyeballs. I take from everything. And then I put it together. Kyle Pitts today is only 45.5 on my DraftKings over-under receiving yards. Well, Matty Ice is 279. Who the fuck's going to catch all the other balls? Russell Gage. you start Russell Gage. You start Russell Gage and make sure you hit that subscribe. Start Russell Gage. He's the number one. If he can't, he's going to get 10 targets today. All they do is throw. So if Gage can't come up with 6, then it wasn't meant to be. Anytime, Prowler. Prowler, I like that. What? Not what you were expecting? Hey, Tyler. Yeah, I think it's very hard with Williams and Robinson. Those are the 2 I'm hung up on. You must start Montgomery and Saquon. I personally, if I drafted Saquon in August, I'm the type of guy, I'm stubborn. If he's on my team and I'm still alive, if I ever went into the last week of the season, here's what it's about for me. If I ever went into the last week of the season and I had Saquon and the dude put up like a 40 burger, I would fucking kill myself. Not literally. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't mind fuck yourself like that. You got to start the guy with the talent. Anytime, Terrell. Patty baby. Patty! Austin Hooper. 3.5. Coming across the street soon. Player parlay. Austin Hooper. 3.5 today. 3.5. Oh, Hooper. You got to sit one. Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams for Denver? Should I take you to the insane asylum now? Is somebody – wait. Oh, shit. Tyler, are you still here? Tyler, I misread it. Tyler, are you here? Oh, don't ever say Javonte Williams. Somebody get Tyler. Get in touch with Tyler. Denver? You can't sit that guy ever. No! Don't sit him. Like and subscribe, guys. Listen. That kid? Oh, that's one of my favorite backs in the league, the NFL, bar none. When you're a football player that fucking good, they make the game plan around you. That kid's getting the rock 15 times to 20 today. Gordon, no Gordon. That's Nick Fangio. Defense run. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. That was almost the worst advice I ever gave. Holy shit. I got a little worried there. I got to take a sip of my Gatorade. Like Jordan. That was funny, Tyler. Oh, God. Yeah, don't ever sit that kid. He led the country in D1 last year, yards after contact. Then I'm watching him this year. I said, ooh. Then I saw him that game without Gordon. Come on, he put up 200 yards last week, all purpose. $180. You don't ignore a football player. Like, you're thinking so much fantasy, you got to still look at a guy's talent. And if you've been around the sport as long as I have, 35 plus years, you see it, you coach it, you play it, you're around it. All you do is talk it, watch it. I have a decent eye for talent. That kid is tremendous. If Debo can go, you go Debo, Prowler. Because if you drafted him, unless you're so strong at receiver. If you're really strong at receiver, like I got a lot of guys popping off at receiver in the one league that I'm 9-4 and I'm in first. I got strong receivers. So I could be cocky with my other flex. I got like Comp and Metcalf, and then I got Renfro, and then I got Antonio Brown hanging around on the suspension list. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do championship weekends, but it's like good problems. So if you got Debo and he's the most talented, you got to stay with Debo. Like and subscribe, boys. Like and subscribe. Hey, Christian, what's up? Foreman, not a big body of work. Hillard, we know is going to be the number 1 today, or Darrell Williams for the Chiefs, who's not going to be because CEH is back. I would go with Hillard because Tennessee has a tough line, a smash mouth football team. Tough line. Gooch, you get my friend just texting me, give me a 40 burger. You better. That's right. I'm putting up about a 200 burger today. And my games are meaningless today, but I've lost like 3 in a row in this one league. I was 9-1, now I'm 9-4. I'd like to see my team start to resemble the team from the first 10 weeks before. I'd like to be on a little good mojo. Next week is a dead week. So, oh man. Hey, good luck. Good luck to everybody. Good luck. Yeah, man. You know who my favorite players are now. I'm looking at T. Higgins. I'm looking at T. Higgins this year. I'm looking at for next year. T. Higgins is big time. This kid Williams can't be ignored. I wonder if they'll probably keep Gordon and Williams, but Williams is definitely morphing to the one. It's like it's even now. By next year, this will be Williams. This will be Gordon. So that's morphing. I'm so upset that Tony Pollard tore his plantar fascia. That fucking kills me. And why do the Falcons feel so much worse than 5-7? I just looked at the Falcons and Panthers, and they're both 5-7. Why did I think Atlanta was like 2-10? The Falcons might be the shittiest 5-7 team ever. The fucking NFL is so much parity. It's like our fantasy leagues this year. We got 2 through 8, nothing settled. 6 teams get in, 2 through 8, and nothing settled. Except for Nucci's horses. Oh, I'm gonna win that shit this year. You know where the money's coming. You know where it's coming. In my fucking end zone dance, this motherfucker. Shit. They call me Nucci Mariucci. Shit. Ooh. Hey, that'd be a good fantasy name. Nucci Mariucci. I kind of look a little like him. Holy shit. Wow. Oh, man. I'm excited for today's game. I need about an hour to go across the street by my main man, Patty. Look at the board. Guys. I put a parlay in. I call it the patience parlay. I invent my own shit. I called it the patience parlay. I found a basketball prop the other night that was so ridiculous. I put it in with a few Sundayers. So I saw Russell Westbrook half a block, and it was plus 350. I'm like, what the fuck? Like if Russell Westbrook got a block in a game, would it be on SportsCenter? Like, Russell Westbrook got a block. The guy fucking jumps 80 feet in the air. So I put it with the Minnesota Vikings laying 2.5 and the Skins. I put $5 on it. It pays 100. Needless to say, 2 of them are in. So I got the Washington Redskins for free today for $5 for a cup of coffee. And if they win, I get $100. And I got the same exact thing with the Raiders because I saw the odds were so high. Who the hell is Kansas City to lay 10 when they covered twice in the last 24 games? So I took Russell Westbrook over the half a block, another team that hit in the Raiders. And it pays me 140 for $5. And everything's in because Russell Westbrook got that block. So we'll see. Guys, like and subscribe. Don't worry about it, Wig Doctor. That's what I'm here for. Okay, here we go. Ask again. It's a flex spot. Do I swap Judy or for Freeman? Well, okay. Here's the thing. Freeman does not have a high ceiling. He's not going to run for $140 today. I don't see it. He's going to be rotating in with Latavius Murray. Jerry Judy, can he catch 6 balls for 180 yards? Yes, he can. Will he? Is another story. But as far as ceiling, you got to go with Jerry Judy. Even though he's on my team and I'm probably benching him today, Judy's got the high ceiling and he's due. Jerry, if anybody's due for a big game, if Jerry Judy doesn't put up a big game today, he gets my Jarvis Landry big name full of shit award for 2021. Because every fucking year, everybody's drafting Jarvis Landry. You're looking at the year before, oh, he had 90-something catches and he had 900 yards. But then you look and he puts up 6s, 8, 7, 6, 8, 9, 7. The worst big name player ever. That's where Jerry Judy's headed right now if he doesn't start doing shit. Jeff Wilson's getting all the load today, Ethan. Elijah Mitchell, who I love, is out. You got Jeff Wilson, Julio Jones, Cole Beasley. Pick 2. Take Cole Beasley out of there. Like and subscribe, guys, because what I know of Cole Beasley is he's been suffering multiple injuries for the last 2 seasons. He's so damn tough, you don't even hear about it. Cole Beasley has been hobbled with a foot injury, a toe, a back. Cole Beasley plays. They shoot him up before the game. Cole Beasley, I'd be surprised if he's in the NFL next year. Take it from me. I have some knowledge about this. So don't start Beasley today. I wouldn't start Beasley. I would start Julio and Wilson because Wilson's going to get a big dose anyway. You know what I'm saying? Gooch. You'll give me a 40 burger? You can't. I'll put 40 on your head, Gooch. Come down, get a little one-on-one. Put 40. I'm due to put 40 on somebody's head. It's been when was August, September, October, November. It's been about 4 months since I put a 40 burger on somebody's head. But that's basketball. It's a different sport. But Teddy is a squid. Let's see here. Start one flex, running back. Dylan. Hey, what's up, Alberto? Get Freeman, Dylan, Wilson Jr., Foreman. What do we know about Foreman? Now I don't like those fucking just a straight up analytic person. And like, oh, this guy's out, so we're going to put this guy in. What do we really know about Foreman? I don't know shit about him. And I'm a fucking sports junkie. Get his ass out of there. We know Jeff Wilson has potential. He's getting all the carries. We know Dylan is a goddamn good football player. And Freeman is with Lamar in that pass run option. One flex, running backs, Dylan. I'd start Dylan. I would start Dylan. Second would be Freeman on that list. Third would be Wilson. Fourth would be Foreman. I would at least. Hey, Billy baby. Nooch, Mike Williams, or Renfro. Oh, man. All right, here's the deal. You got a good problem. You got a fucking good problem, Billy. Hunter Renfro is everything right now. He's a receiver out of Clemson. Fucking smart. Does everything. Super. He's getting 10 or more targets a game. They're playing KC tonight. We know there's no Ruggs, no Waller. The whole fucking team is hurt. Renfro is going to get a lot of targets, right? But then again, Keenan Allen is on the virus list. I can't even say the C word because they're throwing me flags. I can F-bomb, but I can't say the C word. So Keenan Allen's out on the list. He's got a cold. And so Mike Williams, they're playing the Giants. He should have a big game today too. But, oh, man, that's tough. You know what? I'd go with Williams. Good weather. The game's in the fucking Kansas City game's in cold. Wind. That game could be low scoring. It's not in Vegas. I believe it's in Kansas City. Geography. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. Guys, when you got two players and it's too close to call, you must see where the game is being played. I believe Renfro is playing in Kansas City. Where the fuck is it? Let me see. Renfro. That game's in Kansas City. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? Could be windy. I would go Robinson. Nice fucking beautiful 82-degree weather. It's always 82 and sunny in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? So you fucking go in. The Giants, they're fucked up. They're a dumpster fire. I'm a Giant fan. You see me wearing Pittsburgh today. You just count on the Giants to give up a couple big plays to Mike Williams, and you take it home. Good luck today, Billy. Hey, Kia. What's going on? Let's see. Jimmy G or Cam Newton. Jimmy G is so, like Jimmy G, they don't have their running back, Elijah Mitchell. Debo's a little dinged up. I don't know what's going on with Jimmy G. Cam Newton, he's got a threat to run and pass, and they're not playing anybody tough. Cam Newton's playing against Atlanta. Where's that game at? It's either in the Georgia Dome or Carolina. I think I would go with Cam Newton, to be honest with you. It's in Carolina. Yeah, I'd go with Cam Newton because he's projected to have 35, 40 rushing yards. He can go in the end zone running and passing. You got a double binger there, so you should go with him. Guys, like and subscribe. Let's get this community going the right way. Don't ever sit that kid from Denver. I misread it. I misread it before. I'm here. Like I'm so used to Williams, how much I love him. I'm shocked anybody would ask me if they should sit him or not. Don't ever sit Williams. That guy is a budding star. Um, hey, what's up, Sal? Tim Patrick or Traquan Smith? Well, we got to go back to the opponent. Tim Patrick is going against Detroit. Teddy Bridgewater. They got a balanced attack. Judy's back. Tim Patrick finds the end zone a little bit. He's had cold, low games, Tim Patrick, but he's shown me things too. And Traquan Smith hasn't been exactly tearing the fucking league apart. I personally will go with Tim Patrick. I like Tim Patrick. Spider, shoot him in the foot. Spider. Jarvis Landry or DeAndre Hopkins. Spider. Do I have to take you to a fucking mental institution? Don't. Spider. Sit Jarvis Landry. Throw him off the fucking team. That guy's been putting up 3 yards a catch for 7 straight fucking years. Get rid of Jarvis Landry. If DeAndre Hopkins is playing, you play him 100%. Don't ever play Jarvis Landry over DeAndre Hopkins. All right? I care. I want you to win. Any advice I give you, I want it to be a good one. I would not tell you to start Jarvis Landry over DeAndre Hopkins. I don't care what's going on. He had a big game. He had his first big game 2 weeks ago. Now he's back on everybody's radar. The fucking guy hasn't had a big game in 5 years. Dirty Money. Ooh, I like that name. Got a ring to it. Dirty Money. Oh, like and subscribe, guys. Ertz and Schultz. Schultz with that fucking long neck. He's got that long neck running. You know what? That's going to be a tough game, that Dallas-Washington game. Ertz is better player. That's tough, but Schultz finds the end zone. I'd go with Ertz. Arizona's healthy. They're playing the Rams. It's going to be a high-flying game. I would definitely go with Ertz. I would go with Ertz. My personal opinion. Mike Brown, how are you, buddy? Like and subscribe to the channel, guys. Neighborhood picks, doing this all the time. Every sport right now, we just happen to be in football. Nick Chubb is on my team, so that was my first pick this year in the first round. You go with Nick Chubb. He's a beast, and he's the truth. He's not just a guy putting up numbers. He's the truth. So you go with Nick Chubb over Gage because he's just got more density to him. You don't want to lose with shit guys. You know, Gage is a product of what's going on. And I know in fantasy it all counts the same, but I have a problem with sitting a talent over a worse player. Because if Nick Chubb goes for 130 and 3 touchdowns, I wouldn't be surprised. But if Russell Gage has 4 catches today for 28 yards, I wouldn't be surprised. So you got to go with the better football player when it's close. Like and subscribe, guys. Pretty soon I got to get my own stuff in. What do we got here? PPR League. Mooney, who I love. I love Mooney. Tremendous talent. Ayuk disappears, comes back. Valdez Scantling. We know Rodgers owns the Bears. Julio, you need 2. Okay. Okay, that's easy. You got to start Julio Jones because it's his first game back. He'll probably never be healthier. He gets dinged up every couple games, and then he misses a few, and he comes back. He just sat out like 4. So he's probably fresh. So start Julio Jones because we know he's got the talent, and he's back. And I would start Mooney because he's the best receiver out of the rest of them that you named. MVS is a close third. Hey, what's up, Raphael? I remember you from last week. Dontrell Hillard, who's going to get all the carries today, or Foreman. Everybody's going for Foreman, man. They're fighting still the fucking Lions. Hillard, Tennessee, for sure. I don't know enough about. I saw Hillard already play well. Foreman, not enough body of work. D Hop versus the Rams, though, and the targets. I don't know how many there will be. That's the thing. Last week he was on a pitch count, and he only had a couple targets. Thank God he caught a touchdown. But here's how you got to look at it. You got to think like a coach. When you have the best receiver in football, you make him You create the game script to make sure that the ball goes his way 7 to 13 times. You got to design. These guys are designing shit all the time. They take plays from other teams. Hopkins, if he's healthy, will get his targets. I know they got a lot of great guys. That's a good thing. You don't want Hopkins triple bracketed. So you always start DeAndre Hopkins. Trust me. Okay. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. Dontre Hillard or Form. Oh, I said that already. Oh, so anyway, guys, I got to get my own bets in. So I'm out like a thief in the night.